Everyone talking about Lovefest Burning Cherry by Kayali. The notes in this are cherry, raspberry, bergamot, praline, heliotrope, rose, jasmine, sambac, palo santo, tonka bean, guaiac wood, ambrettolide, Peru balsam, patchouli, and Haitain vetiver. So finally tried this, and I say finally, it's not like it came out 20 years ago or something, but it is very popular and talked about. And yeah, I always like to stay in the know about anything fragrance related. And I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to smell very generic or medicinal or cloyingly sweet, but I actually enjoy it. I think it's also a little bit more unique too than it's maybe given credit for as far as cherry fragrances go, and because the notes that cherry is usually paired with do not tend to be as many ones like this. Either they'll be like really just like only fruity floral vibes and like so over the top sweet and feminine leaning, and this is leaning feminine leaning, but it's not that kind of cherry feminine where it's just like so far in that direction, to me at least. Or on the other hand, you get ones that are like Cherry Smoke by Tom Ford, or other things like that are more like cherry pipe tobacco and masculine leaning. And this one is more like, yeah, woods, and the praline gives it this interesting nuttiness. The tonka, the vetiver, the patchouli. And the patchouli doesn't bother me here. It's very clean, even though I don't normally like patchouli. And there's like a nuance to it. There's an interesting sort of balsamic woodsiness. And yeah, overall, I think it smells good, and I think it's actually fairly priced for what it is. Not saying it smells niche, but it does smell more interesting to me than the typical cherry scent at someplace like Bath and Body Works. And I'm not dissing those. You know, sometimes that's all someone can afford. Sometimes, for whatever reason, like those can smell pretty good too. But I do think this is just a bit more interesting than those. And this is $118 for 100 mil. Whereas, like, yeah, those might only be like $20, but they also do smell, cheaper. And this has more nuance to it. And I know this is considered more feminine leaning overall, and it does smell that way out of context, but I do think that this could be unisex pretty easily if worn by someone more masculine. I don't think it would come across as like, pragmatically, if someone was out in public, someone thinking like, whoa, like you're wearing this really feminine perfume, if it was on someone who looked more masculine in this case. And moderate longevity and projection, if I didn't mention that, and I will link in the description where you can get a bottle or sample.